investigation, they put a clear case plan in place to resolve your tax problem and get you back on track. This is about using your legal rights to take control before the government will set terms for you. So call 866-686-1535. That is 866-686-1535. Or visit tnusa.com/Tim. And don't forget to join the timcast.com Discord server, my friends. Tens of thousands of individuals. You go to timcast.com, you click sign up. It's right there, right on the front page. You'll be hanging out with tens of thousands of people. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So if you're trying to figure out how to get the job done, this is a network that will help you out. And as a member, you support the work that we do here. So don't forget to also smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you've ever met in your life. Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more, we have Priya Patel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Who are you? Yeah, what do you do?
My name is Priya Patel. I am a political commentator, I suppose. You can find me on pretty much all the platforms aside from OnlyFans, which I think I got called out for not excluding last time.
Oh, well, that's good that you're not on that platform.
Yeah, definitely.
Of all the platforms. Well, that should be fun. Thanks for hanging out. And then, of course, the boys are here. We got Tate Brown, we got Carter Banks producing, and Phil Lavanti.
Yeah, but they're in the OnlyFans. I might join. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to gauge interest.
Well, you do have feet. People like feet.
True.
Considering that Christy Nolan story, which we're going to get into, hey, maybe there are people for you. Yeah, that's another story we'll talk about. Christy Nolan's husband wanting to be a bimbo? Is that what it is? He wants to be a bimbo?
No.
Is that what it was? Because at first when I read that story, it's like he was into bimbos. That's what I thought it was. Or like he wanted women to be bimbos. But then there's a quote where he said, "Call me your girl," or "Call me a girl," or something like that.
Wearing like fake breasts in the picture, or is that just me?
Well, we'll get into that story. We'll start with like the big news. It's funny because we're getting the show started. We're like, is that the big news? It's like it's just
The big boobs. Big news, big boobs.
big boobs. Okay. Anyway, here's the story. What is it? It was impossibly fat milkers, right? Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go. From CNBC, Trump signs executive order limiting mail-in voting ahead of 2026 U.S. elections. They say President Donald Trump on Tuesday signed an executive order cracking down on mail-in voting. The order will require DHS to compile a list of verified U.S. citizens in each state who are eligible to vote. It's almost certain to be challenged in court, which could block it from being enforced in time for the midterms. Quote, "We want to have honest voting in our country because if you don't have honest voting, you can't have really a nation if you want to know the truth." I love how he just adds that. We call those wasted words. I'm not trying to be a dick, but if we call those wasted, you don't need to say that. The list would be sent to each state, and the order directs the Attorney General to prioritize the investigation and prosecution of election officials, individuals, and other entities that violate the law by issuing a ordinance.
Someone in class was just recognizing it's pattern recognition, and then the systems pop up and then they say stuff, and then I kind of just recognize some of the things they're saying, like, oh yeah, that is kind of funny. Oh, there's a lot of ramble. So someone, I don't know what rhetoric they were just listening to, but for some reason they said, look up Anna Nicole Smith. You know, she was born Vicki Lynn Marshall. Isn't she the one that married the Playboy dude? Yeah, so back 93, she became famous for the Guess jeans. Remember the jean ads and stuff? Got everybody going. I know, so that just kicks in the whole rhetoric with how much money they were making off of people getting upset about those things, and it's sexualizing women and body shaming and this and that. It was a big deal, right? Richard Simmons, RuPaul, it was a big deal, right? No, when you go, it's not even funny actually, and when you see the salespeople today and what they did back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10, just playing off of people's hate and fear in these communities. And we ourselves personally have been appalled and disgusted. And many find that stuff funny. We find a lot of things funny, and we laugh our asses off every day at a lot of things. But that stuff is just really disgusting. And that's the whole point. They make it as disgusting and vulgar and ludicrous as possible. And then when people get upset, they think it's funny. And they're getting upset about... Yeah, it's like, no, that's not what they're getting upset about. Yeah, they could really care less, right? I mean, it's like, how many shows do you got to put on? I know people were making so much fun of it. It was in movies. Ricky Bobby. Christmas Vacations. Janet Jackson's nipple popping out on halftime show. And when you go back and you see the timing and you line those things up, and when you listen to the connections we've been talking about and connecting the dots with some of these networks and traveling bands of marketers and salespeople. Right, and then how they have all these people in sideshows who want to be like Mike or Alex Jones or Joe Rogan, and when they're going around just promoting how you can make money off of not paying your taxes and doing psychedelics and fuck the government. I know the country's going to shit. It's like people have been saying that for decades. It's the greatest country in the nation. It's never been better. Hey, why? Where do you even get off saying that stuff? It's so stupid. Oh, yeah. She died February 8th, 2007. What's that? Joan Rivers? What about her? Her daughter Melissa? Yeah, what about that? Interesting, huh? I don't know, when you just start to connect the dots and these networks and the traveling bands and psychic networks and ghost hunters and alien hunters and Disclosure. Is that 2008? Obama? Build a library. Build a library. Her cause of death was an accidental overdose. It was caused by drug intoxication, primarily involving the sedative chloral hydrate mixed with other prescription medications, and including benzodiazepines. Got any benzos, man?